Hello, hello, hello. Hey, it's Lisa Copeland, day 11 of my 31 days of live coaching. I told y'all I'd come to you every day. I just didn't tell you what time every day I would pop in. So today it is 4:55. Yay. It's been a busy day today. I've gotten 1, 2, 3 under contract in the last 24 hours. So go me, right? Oh, you know how it is, year-end crunch. People want to get stuff done. So anyways, I want to talk today about currency that never depreciates, and that's your business integrity. So big, y'all. It's so big. I've put together these coaching sessions because I figured out this is the best way to get to my large network of almost 900 real estate professionals, real estate agents, I should say, that are in my organization at eXp Realty. They can't always make it to coaching or to my sales meetings and things like that, but I do know that they follow my social media stuff. So for you guys and gals out there that are on Lisa Copeland's or in Lisa Copeland's organization, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Thank you for the ones who show up every Thursday at 10 a.m. I appreciate you too. But I wanted to do these because about a week and a half ago, my amazing team, all you amazing humans, hit $1 billion in sales, $1 billion. And I wanted to push it to 1.2 billion stretch goal. So what's the best way to get to everybody is to go out on all the platforms. But then I was like, I'm going to create these coaching sessions to be for everybody in business, because anyone who follows me, first of all, I appreciate you. So many of you refer clients to me. So many of you are my clients. I'm blessed. I'm so blessed in this real estate business. I got a jogging suit on today, like a track suit. I feel like I'm all like, oh, black and whatever. I'm going to my dear friend Nick's graduation party tonight because she went back to college after the age of 50. I won't out her. And just got her associate's degree, and she's moving toward her undergrad. That's what she's graduating from tonight, her undergrad, and then she's going to go to law school. So you know what? It's never too late to dream in life. And Nick's also got a real estate license, and she's on my real estate team, and she's just an amazing human. But let's talk about integrity in business. Let's talk about doing what you say you're going to do, and doing what you say you're going to do even when nobody's watching. And I see it in real estate all the time. I had a deal yesterday, and my client got upset because we needed to have some stuff done. We were the sellers. We needed to have some stuff done prior to closing, and the buyer's agent wanted it in writing. And my client is the most high integrity human on planet Earth. He is just stellar guy. I would hand him my last $100. That's how much I trust him. But as I explained to him, we are in a business that is contractually based and bound. And we needed to do an escrow holdback. And, he wasn't happy about it. But the buyer's agent honestly was doing his job by doing it. And so there are so many times in business that even though we've got the greatest integrity in the world, which my client does, it still has to be put in writing, right? Like you still have to cross all the T's and dot all the I's in business. And I think life in the handshake world is over. I really do. I mean, I don't think you can do business with a handshake anymore. I wish you could. I think back about 15, 20 years ago, my husband and I did a really big deal on a handshake. And we got paid back, luckily, by the grace of God. But I don't think I'd ever do that again. And a former, a person that I used to know, we'll just say that, told me that good friends build high fences. And I think that's super important when you go into any deal, right? You get your paperwork done, you say what you're going to do, you meet all your deadlines. And I think that is where you're going to be the most successful. And especially when you think about everything that's out there online nowadays, right? There's Google, there's chat, there's Yelp, there's Google pages. Like, you can't run, you can't hide. So it's best off to do things the right way the first time. And then that way you're not having to run and hide from it. I feel like as we go into 2026, I've had a lot of people ask me. I was just in a meeting earlier with a couple of my agents. In fact, that's why I'm at the office. I came up to have the meeting. And I said, Lisa, give me your predictions for 2026. Well, like I wanted to like, how do you guys like my crown? I wanted to like, I keep this on my desk, by the way. I wanted to like pull out a crystal ball and go, I'm just kidding. Like if I knew what was going to happen, I'd be super rich. But I think I know what's going to happen. And I feel like that integrity, not only is it good from the outside, right, from the inside going out, but you've got to be true to yourself. And you have to have the integrity to tell yourself what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do to build your business in the year 2026. And that what that means is don't lie to yourself. Do the hard things first. Do the hard things first. And so how do you do the hard things first? You make a commitment to yourself. And that's, so that's, you guys already know about external integrity. I don't need to beat the drum on that, but I want to talk about internal integrity. What are the promises that you make to yourself? What are the promises that you are going to do, whether it's with your family, if it's with your church, if it's with your business, if it's with your friends, if it's with your community, whatever that looks like. What have you promised yourself you're going to do? Because that integrity needs to look inside. You owe it to yourself to be honest with yourself, to be honest with yourself, you know? And if you say to yourself, I'm going to have a better year this year than I did last year, well, how are you going to get there? How are you going to get there? See, you owe it to yourself to make a plan, because that all falls into the integrity bucket. It just does. And, especially if you're agents. Now, if you're in the car business, you're about to get really stinking busy. It happens the day after Christmas to the end of the year. And I think the president has now put back on, I think it's for this year, where you can write off sales tax. And then a bunch of people have to buy cars at the end of the year, right? And so, especially for the depreciation. So you all get very busy and you're able to do a lot of transactions between the 26th and the 31st. You just do. If you're in real estate right now, what did I say, the 11th? I actually did 2 yesterday, but he's an investor, and we're doing 10-day closes and they're cash. So I'm actually going to get 2 more in for the end of the year. But that's just, that's because they're an investor. He needs to buy them by the end of the year and he can pay cash on a 10-day close. But he was motivated by the end of the year. All right. But the reality is, by the 11th of December, you're having to make plans for what you're going to close and what you're going to do in January of 2026. This is where you've got to have integrity with yourself. You have to ask yourself, what am I willing to do? Because it's super easy now to kind of shut down. Here come the holidays. I mean, I kind of caught myself doing it a little bit today. I was kind of like, I don't want to work 10 or 12 hours today. I've got to go do this. I've got to go do that. I have so much going on right now. And I'm like, no, because I have to get a plan in place for my 2026, not only for myself, but for my organization. So I need to use all of my hours during the day to work, because I'm not the only one counting on what I do. It's my team and it's my organization. And that's kind of my integrity to myself, right? There's no free lunch. There's no free ride. You don't get to run a team as big as my team and not have a plan, and not have resources, and not be able to go to them and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Not have the forecasting. Like, you don't hit $1 billion a year in sales without forecasting and monitoring your forecasts. And those all fall into, believe it or not, into an integrity button. God, have you guys ever had your phone on your watch and it just keeps on my hands like this? That all falls into your integrity basket. And that is being true to yourself. So I want you all to make a list. It's going to be a short coaching call today. Make a list. What are the things that you lie to yourself about? Do you tell yourself that in January 1st of 2026, you're going to start going to the gym every day? You're not going to eat carbs anymore. You're going to eat your weight in protein. These are all things I've told myself, y'all. Oh, my crown just fell off. I'm so sad. Okay, but I'm going to put it down for now. These are all things that I've told myself. So, hey, looking in the mirror here, but not pointing fingers. Let's see what are some of the other things I've told myself. I will double my production. I will go to church every single Sunday. I will Spend more time. I will turn my phone on. This is a good one. This is the greatest lie I've ever told myself. I'm going to come home and turn my phone off at 6 o'clock every night. Y'all, as nice as that sounds, I would be out of business. It just isn't part of the job. And, and I'm sidetracking because you guys know that's what I do. I just ordered Charlie Kirk's new book, and it's about the Sabbath, and it's about, unplugging one day a week. And so I'm going to read it just because it's Charlie's last book. And I just want to hear what he says about it. And I know biblically, and for your family, it's definitely the right thing to do. But would that be a lie that I would tell myself? Or is it a lack of commitment if I don't do it? Or am I just investigating something I'm curious about? Like, all these things run through my head. They all run through my head. All because I'm buying one book. I start thinking, am I reading this? And then I'm just going to lie to myself. And so without a solid plan, you're not going to get you're not going to get to church every Sunday. You're not going to drink your weight in protein or eat your weight in protein every day. You got to have a plan for that, guys. It ain't easy. What were the other lies I told myself? Oh, I'm going to start working out every day. Why would I wait till January 1st? I do work out 5 days a week. I do, and sometimes 6, but 5 is like, it's a non-negotiable for me because I feel so much better. Like, I feel like crap if I do not go do Pilates. Like, my whole, I guess that happens when you get old, but I'm just like, I'm like this, and so I need that stretch and that workout. Like, every day I can get it in. I need it. Like, I need it to feel good and not feel stiff and sore and my back hurting and da 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 da. So why would you wait until January 1st to do that workout if you could start tomorrow? Why would I wait till January 1st if I needed to go on a diet? Why would I wait till then? Why would I not start tomorrow? See, these are all lies that we tell ourselves. I'm going to do everything starting on January 1st. I told y'all probably my first show I did with y'all. I don't do New Year's resolutions. If it's that important to me, I'm going to start tomorrow. I might even start today. I told myself I'm going to do 31 shows. That means I'm going to show up sometime on Christmas, sometime on New Year's Eve. Won't be too early on New Year's morning, probably. I don't know. I don't drink that much, but I told myself I'm going to do that. And literally I was going to leave the office and I'm like, I got to do my show. So I'm just going to come with my hair in a ponytail and my velvet fun little tracksuit on that I've got. It's so cute though. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do my show because that's the commitment I made. Not only would I be lying to you, I'd be lying to myself. So integrity, think about internal integrity. I want you to be honest and true to yourself because that's the only way to build the best version of you. I want you to set your goals for 2026. Not only just say, I'm going to close 10 million in 2026, but a roadmap broken out. Some months are better than others. We know that. January happens to be a pretty good month, typically. All right. March is a good month. May is a good month. All through the summer are good months. Slows down a little bit in September. October, November tend to be pretty good. December is kind of a crapshoot. So how do you take that number and how do you spread it out over the months? How do you give yourself a roadmap to success? It all falls in the integrity bucket. If you go to sleep tonight and you're like, okay, going to do $10 million in sales next year, or I'm going to sell 30 cars. I'm going to write up 100 insurance policies. If you don't tell yourself how you're going to get there, you will not get there. Read my lips. Look at my face. You will fail. You will unequivocally fail. You will not hit your goals. Period. End of story. End of story. And then what happens? You lied to yourself because you set a goal that you had no plan to hit. You had no way to get there. You didn't know how you were going to get there. You didn't plan to get there. So you lied to yourself. You told yourself, I'm going to sell $10 million, but you didn't execute. And you've lied to yourself. And what does that do? It makes you disappointed in yourself. It gives you low self-esteem, right? Because now you're like, I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I feel like a loser the mornings that I schedule to go to the gym and I don't go. And it happens. Like, I'm not perfect. I feel like I told you guys it happened like Monday before last or something. And it was like one of my first or second shows. I was so pissed at myself all day. I know it sounds dumb and you don't believe me, but it's the truth. I was. First of all, like my lower back was hurting. I'm like, well, I wouldn't have had to go through today with my lower back hurting. That's why I do Pilates, is because, you know, my core, like I could bounce a quarter off of it nowadays after 4 years, but it keeps my back from hurting. It keeps my neck from hurting. I broke my neck 4 years ago. It keeps my arm that I broke in like, I don't know how many places when I broke the neck. And it keeps me moving forward, makes me stand taller. It makes my clothes fit better. Like everything about it is good for me. So when I lay in bed and I don't get up and go, what has been scheduled, right? I live and die by my schedule. If it's, you know, I tell my kids, my grandkids, everybody, I'm like, if it's on my schedule, I'm coming. There is no backing out. If it's not on my schedule, it ain't happening. It's not happening because there's something else on my schedule. So when it's on my schedule, but I don't get out of bed, which happens probably once a month, it just wrecks my whole day. So why would I want to wreck my whole day? Because I don't want to get out of bed. I lied to myself. I had zero integrity in that moment in time. In that unit of time, I had zero integrity. So when you're letting yourself down, don't you think that you're going to let others down too? Doesn't your family, my family, all of our families count on us? Those of us who have to go to work, our families count on us to bring home a paycheck. You know, the time that we are away from our family is time that we should, and we're out trying to earn money, that when we don't do that, we're letting everybody down. But most importantly, we're letting ourselves down. And those of you who watch me and that are in commissioned sales, you know the drill. It's just so easy because we don't have to punch a time clock and we don't have to do this, we don't have to do that. But it's super easy to get into the track of non-productiveness or making excuses or lying to ourselves and lacking integrity to ourselves because our job is not really very structured. So you have to put your own bumper rails, like you guys know when you go to the bowling alley and the kids bowl, and they've got the bumper rails up and they just roll the ball down and it'll go hit the pins. Okay, that's what happens. What I think happens when you go to corporate America is it's like, okay, here's the SOPs, here's the book, here's what you do, here's your job, here's how much you're going to make an hour, here's how much this, here's how much that, la 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 la, and you can hardly screw it up as long as you show up for your job. When you do what we do and you're in commission sales, it's super easy to get loosey-goosey. Super easy. Make excuses. I'll work tomorrow. I'll call those leads tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, I hear that all the time from agents. Well, I didn't do it this month, Lisa, but I'm going to do it next month. I'm going to do twice as much next month as I did last month because I didn't have a good month. Okay, you're lying to yourself. I am tough. The agents that just left here that I had a meeting with, they're like, you are just tough. Like, you just say it like it is. I'm like, I do. I'm not going to lie to myself, and I'm not going to lie to you. You guys come here, you want to talk to me, you want to know what my opinion is, I'm going to tell you the way it is according to me because you've asked for it. Okay? I don't want to lie to you, and most importantly, I don't want you to lie to yourself because you're better than that. So I really just wanted to talk about that today. It's the, you know, we all know what integrity is in business. We're all in the contract business. You don't lie, cheat, or steal or tolerate those who do that. Hold on, this spam call. Okay, so that's a known thing. Okay, we know better. I'm not going to sit here and grill you guys on that. I'm going to talk to you about lying to yourself. And does that make you a bad person? Nope. Does it make you an unmotivated person? Maybe not. Maybe not. You might really be motivated. And you don't realize that by setting a goal, setting a target, setting an expectation, AKA I'm going to get up every morning and go work out, which everybody should do, by the way. Everybody should do. There should be no excuse for that, for you not to, because that's the only way that you will live a long life and be strong. So that should be a priority in your life, whether it's Pilates or walking or running or going to the gym or going and doing a video of some sort, something, make your body move, make your body move, make your body move, and make your body stronger. Okay. It doesn't matter what you do, you just have to do something. That should be something that you should tell yourself you're going to do no matter what, and not lie to yourself. And so I just want to, I just, anybody who watches me, number one, I can, thank you for being in my community, but super importantly, the people that are in my organization, I want you to win. And I know that you came to work with us because you want to win. And I had this long talk with Elaine Cardone today, and we're working on a big deal. And we were talking about it, and I said, how can we best help our people win? What is the best thing we can do to help our people win? You know what Elena's answer to me was? She says, we show up every day. We show up every day, and we make ourselves available. Now, this is my business partner and friend who doesn't have to make herself available if she did not really truly care about people. She didn't have to do that. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need what we do at EXP Realty. She does it because she loves people and she wants to see people win. And that's just her character. She's just a great human. And she's like, it's showing up. And she said, and number two, we need to never make excuses and never be in a position where we have to apologize. So that's what she said. We show up, we don't make excuses, and we never put ourselves in a position that we have to apologize. And that would be probably where we tell people we can do this or do that for or this or that, and then we can't really do it. So, and then, then we're having to apologize. I agree with her 1,000,000% on that. Okay. Again, another integrity issue. Another integrity issue. Let me look up on ChatGPT real quick. I want to read what chat has to say. Hold on, God, could put something in the comments if you're obsessed with ChatGPT like me. Let's say define self-integrity, because again, we all know it. We all know the other definition. At least I hope we do. At least I hope we do. Okay, self-integrity, y'all. Self-integrity is the discipline of keeping the promises you make to yourself, even when no one is watching. Oh, that is the best. I'm reading it one more time. Self-integrity is the discipline of keeping the promises you make to yourself, even when no one is watching. It is the internal contract that says, my word matters, my choices matter, my life matters. Every one of your lives matter. Every one of you guys matter. It's the alignment between who you say you are and what you actually do. It is the courage to live in truth, not convenience. And it's the foundation of confidence, consistency, and character. When a woman honors her own word, she becomes unstoppable. Oh my God. Does everyone love chat as much as I do? Because if you can trust yourself, you do not wait for anyone else to validate you, empower you, or rescue you. I think with that, I will sign off, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.